right. And that is pinned. Beautiful. Okay. Then I am going to go ahead and get started here and we will rock and roll. So, as I kind of start this session, I want to just say I'm here because I want to challenge you today. Not just to think about, of course, we're talking about AI enabled ownership, not just to think about AI, but to think differently about AI, not as some kind of futuristic robotic overlord, not as a shortcut, not as a magic wand that does all the work for you, but AI is a tool and it's a powerful tool. But if we're using it wrong, if we're thinking about it wrong, it can make our business, it can make us, if we're a personal brand, feel cold, disconnected, and honestly, just off. Like people will immediately be like, yeah, nope, that doesn't feel right. However, if we use it right, though, it can make our teams superheroes. Now, I don't want you to kind of, you know, think I'm just going to talk about this in generalities, because what I need to know is kind of where you stand. And I kind of don't know where you stand with AI right now. Maybe you've dabbled a little bit. Maybe you've used ChatGPT or Claude a little bit. Maybe you're nerding completely out with it. Maybe you've summarized an article. Maybe you've gone in all automating processes and integrating AI into your workflow like a pro. I don't really know. Maybe you're sitting here thinking, I don't know, AI kind of freaks me out a little. I've talked to a lot of people that are in that AI freaks me out a little bit. And I get it. And that's why we're here. This is why I want to have this conversation, because by the time we're done today, hopefully, my goal is simple. I want you to stop seeing AI as maybe this possible enemy, listening to this story that's being woven about losing our jobs, and honestly seeing it as an ultimate advantage, because it has definitely been an ultimate advantage for myself and for our team. And that's a big piece of this too. It's how do we bring it along with our team? It's not about replacing our team. It's not about replacing us. It's about what amplifies our team, what amplifies us, what one that kind of using it in a way that it doesn't strip the human touch away, but enhances it, augmented it, right? You're going to hear me probably say that word a couple times in this session. One that doesn't run your business, but makes running your business a whole lot smarter. That's where I want us to kind of think about or go as we kind of move forward. So let's go ahead and get into this real quick. First of all, you've seen the headlines. AI is taking over, right? It's changing everything. I used to do a show in the morning, Wake Up with AI with Nico and Chris. And there's just so many news things that we would see and talk about. And sure, AI is powerful, but I have to cut through the noise and I have to cut to the chase. And it is not an easy button. I've seen so many organizations try to use it that way. And I've been around long enough. We've been using it for almost 2 years. Started very early. Nothing truly valuable comes from an easy button. By the way, this could be positioned as life advice and not just AI advice. Nothing valuable comes from an easy button. You just don't flip a switch and suddenly your business runs itself because AI has decided to show up. You have to train your AI. You have to refine your AI. You have to make it work for you. It's a partnership, not a magic trick. AI is not here to replace human talent. Listen, I see fear, and I believe when it comes to fear, it's false evidence appearing real. But you'll hear people say, AI is coming for my job. AI is going to replace my team. And I have to be real with you. AI doesn't replace human creativity. It doesn't create or replace human judgment. It doesn't replace the human relationships. As a matter of fact, in a world where AI is reigning supreme as AI powered, relationships are going to be more important. What AI can replace, what it does replace, and we should be thankful for this, is the mind-numbing, repetitive, oh, do I have to do this again kind of work? And again, for us and folks that we might be working with or employees as we kind of lead this, or even consultants and bringing them along for the ride. This means that we have more time for our team, for our consultants, for our family, for the thing that we actually love, or more time to actually move the needle in our business. Listen, AI does not work perfectly out of the box. Some people have tested it and said, that's crappy, and then they just walk away. As a AI powered leader, you can't do that. If you've ever tried that and you've gotten there, I would beg you to try it again. See, when I look at AI, when I think about AI assisted, because I'm very much in the AI assisted, not AI powered, I'm very much in the human powered AI assisted camp. When I think about AI assisted, I think of it as a new hire. Listen, they're super smart, but pretty clueless day one. And you have to guide it. You have to refine it. You have to make it learn your voice, learn your strategy, learn your standards. Heck, I even taught my assistant my top 10 core values, my 25 mindsets, and my 25 beliefs, so that when I go to create content or do a process, I can be like, make sure this aligns with my core values, my mindsets, and my beliefs. Okay, so like you have to train it. Otherwise, you end up with what everybody's complaining about, robotic, generic nonsense that doesn't represent you or your business. So here's the shift I want you to make today. And what I want you to think about is AI isn't here to replace you. It's here to make you 10 times more effective if you use it right. All right. If you use it right. Now, I need you to hear me on this thing right here. AI is a co-pilot. It can be that assistant. Think about it. If you had, if you hand over the wheel, let's do a car analogy here. If you hand over the wheel to AI, what happens? You lose control. Your brand starts to sound like everyone else's. Your team starts to feel like they don't matter. Your voice, your unique human touch gets drowned out. And this is a place where we don't want to be. This is a thing that we don't want to do. But if you use AI as the sidekick, as the assistant, as the power boost to what you already do best, that's when the magic happens. Think about any great leader, any visionary. Steve Jobs didn't hand over Apple's vision to an algorithm. Walt Disney didn't let a machine tell stories for him. They had tools, they had teams, they led the way. And that's how I want you to see AI. It's not here, again, to replace you. It's what makes your business, what makes you or can make you great. It's here to enhance. It's here to augment. But again, only if we grasp that mindset. AI is fast. It's efficient. It can analyze at mind-blowing amounts of data in seconds. I wish I could do that. I can't. But what AI isn't, honestly, it's not you. It's not human. It doesn't think like you. It doesn't care like you. And it definitely doesn't lead like you. And this is where you shine. Creativity, emotional intelligence, vision, strategy. By the way, all of those words are where we should be doubling down as humans right now. The ability to read between the lines in a conversation and say, wait a minute, this isn't just about numbers. There's something deeper here. AI doesn't do that. It follows patterns. It predicts based on what's already been done, but it doesn't innovate. See, that's your job as a human, to innovate. Now, where does AI shine? It analyzes, optimizes, automates things that would take us humans hours, maybe even days to get through. It's a force multiplier when it comes to the data, automation, and scaling. And that's another thing that I want you to think. How can I use AI to be a force multiplier in my business? And I have to be clear, though, AI can process, but it can't think. It feels like it can think sometimes, but it's processing. It can personalize based on past behaviors, but it truly can't connect with people. That's still you, at least for the time being. That's still you. So here's the question every AI-enabled leader needs to be asking themselves. Where can AI take the grunt work off of myself and my team's plate so that I can focus, or they can focus on what they do best? Because that's the key. AI should be freeing your team, not replacing them. If your best sales rep is spending half the day writing follow-up emails instead of closing deals, AI can help with that. If your marketing team is drowning in data reports instead of creating bold new campaigns, AI can step in. But if you're letting AI decide your brand's voice, your company's strategy, your personal brand, how to show up for your customers, again, you're giving away the very thing that makes your business powerful. And we don't want to do that. So today I want you to start thinking like an AI powered leader, not an AI run leader, not an AI dependent leader, but a leader who knows how to use AI to create more space for what truly matters. All right, let's go ahead and dig in. We're going to talk about strategy to make this actually work. And again, I'll show at the end of this some ways that we've been doing this and some other things that we've been teaching around this. But we have to get practical because AI is only as powerful as the way you decide to implement it. This is where most businesses screw this up. They grab the latest AI tool, they throw it in their workflow, and they expect instant transformation. And when that doesn't happen, they say, well, AI isn't for us. But here's the thing, AI doesn't fix a broken strategy. And if that's where you start, you're in trouble because what it does is it amplifies the one that you already have. So we should be focusing on the strategy before we start to implement these things. There's 4 key steps to leading with AI the right way. 1, you have to align AI to your business vision. AI should serve your strategy, not the other way around. It's a tool, not a direction. AI as an efficiency multiplier. You see, AI, it should free your team from repetitive, low-value work so that you can focus on what actually moves the needle. Number 3, maintain a human-centric. I feel like I want to do like the whole Hub Heroes thing where I go the human-centric approach. AI should never replace trust. It should never replace relationships. It should never replace creativity, because those are the things that set you as a human apart. And number 4, continuous refinement and ethical AI use. AI is not a set it and forget it. Like a new hire, it gets better with training. It gets better with oversight. It gets better with iteration. So this is how you win with AI. Not by treating it like a quick hack, but by integrating it into the right way into your leadership and your operations and just different levels of your business. So let's break it down a little bit. I'm going to ask you a question, maybe a hard question, but a question. Are you leading AI right now, or is AI leading you? Or honestly, I could ask another question. Are you ignoring AI up until this point? But are you leading AI, or is AI leading you? Too many businesses, too many humans fall into the trap of chasing AI trends instead of using AI strategically. They see a new chatbot, a new automation tool, and think, we need that. But do you? Like, here's how you know if AI aligns with your business vision. You can ask yourself this: does this AI tool align with my company values and mission? Or are we just using it because it looks cool? By the way, it can look cool and align with your values and mission as well. A Gamma.app is one of those for us. It looks cool, and we surely use the heck out of it. You can also ask yourself, what are my biggest bottlenecks? Can I remove them? If AI doesn't help clear real obstacles, real hurdles, real potholes, then that AI is just a distraction. So a bad example of this, you automate all customer service with AI chatbots because you can save money, right? But now customers are frustrated, stuck in loops, and your brand feels cold and unresponsive. That is not how we want to lead with AI. A great example might be you use AI to analyze customer data and suggest responses, but then real humans handle the key interactions. Now your team is faster, your team is smarter, without losing the personal touch. And if AI isn't reinforcing your strategy, it's working against you. Again, a place we don't want to be. The best AI-enabled leaders don't chase every new tool. They align AI with the bigger picture. So let's be honest here for a second, because there's a lot of work in your business. I mean, I've seen some calendars out there that just boggle my mind. Sometimes my calendar boggles my mind. But there's a lot of work in your business that is just wasting time. And I don't mean the deep, strategic human work. I mean the boring, repetitive, soul-draining stuff. And you're like, ugh. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? For customer service reps answering the same FAQs, 50 freaking times. For marketing teams, it might be spending hours researching keywords and drafting reports instead of actually creating. For sales reps, it might manually be sorting through leads, trying to figure out who's worth calling. And by the way, if you're a solopreneur, all of those things that I just said is like, this is where AI can shine. Again, it's not a replacement for you or your team. It's here to free you and them up. Listen, customer service, AI could handle routine FAQs with ease. Now, humans, we can step in for the complex problems. Marketing, AI could suggest SEO keywords and content outlines and help you with drafts. And then us as humans can refine to tell the stories around and inside. Sales, AI definitely can score leads. I mean, come on, we're all HubSpot humans here. Like, humans, though, will build the trust when they get the quality lead that has been scored, and humans should be the ones that are closing the deals. The goal is to free up time for what actually matters: thinking, creating, solving, selling, fixing people's real problems, servanthood. Because the more time you spend stuck in busy work, the less time we have to drive what we need to drive, and that's growth. Here's a question to ponder as you sit here. If AI is everywhere, how do we keep things human? And there's really two perspectives that I want to hit right here. There's maybe three, but there's definitely two. Your customer's perspective. Listen, let's be honest. We're all kind of like, I want it and I want it yesterday. People want speed, sure, but they also want authenticity. They don't want to feel like they're talking to a robot, even if they are. My daughter and I had this conversation about the amount of fast food restaurants she's gone to that she knows that ain't a human getting my burger order. It's AI, but we want to feel like it's human, even if it's not, right? And the other one is team perspective. Employees, or contractors, depending on who you are. Trust me when I tell you, because I've been watching mine. They're watching closely. And if they feel like AI is replacing them, they'll resist it. If they see it as an empowerment tool, they'll embrace it. And I've got a team of humans that are embracing AI. I'll show you an example here towards the end. So the wrong way to do this is AI writes your customer emails and sends them out automatically. And no, I didn't use the word automagically because there's nothing magic about that right there. The right way, AI drafts the emails, your team personalizes them, and then makes them real. So like if you lean into something, I'm not going to list any specifics, but if you see a system that is like, it can do it all for you, or you can help it do it, I am autonomous. That's the word you'll hear. I am all about letting the team help the thing, right? Human-powered, AI-assisted. That's the sweet spot. AI assists, but humans drive the experience. The second AI makes your business feel robotic, you've gone too far. And it is going to be hard to get back because robotic degrades trust. Here's the thing that's important. Again, I've seen it, and so I got to repeat it. AI is not a set it and forget it, walk away, let it just do the thing. It's not like flipping on a switch. It literally has to be like hiring and training a new employee. It learns, it improves, it requires ongoing oversight. If you want AI to work for you long term, here's how you keep it sharp, ethical, and valuable. First of all, human in the loop reviews. AI can assist, but final decisions should always involve human judgment. And the loop is when there are changes, teach AI of the change so next time it understands. Avoid AI bias. AI learns from data. In some situations, the data that you didn't give it. In other situations, the data that you did give it. And bad data creates biased AI. So regularly check for fairness. Ask it the question, hey, if you thought about this in the exact opposite way, what would you say or what would you create? And look at both versions instead of just the first version that came to your mind. Transparency matters. If customers don't know they're engaging with AI, trust breaks down. Please be upfront. This is why literally on something we've created, we are purposely calling it a clone so people know that they're dealing with a AI in the thing that is going to help them or talk to them. The best AI leaders coach their AI just like they coach their team. They communicate with their AI just like they communicate with their team. Everybody wants to talk about prompting strategies. It's communication strategies. That's what it is. So let's talk about putting it in action. Because AI isn't just this idea. We're not just arriving here. It's already transforming businesses around the world that have been paying attention and leveraging it. And when it's done right, it's not just about efficiency. It's about unlocking, and this is my favorite part, it's about unlocking new levels of impact. For me, I call that the ripples. How many more ripples can I provide because I can be more streamlined? And I'm going to give you 3 quick examples of AI at work across marketing, sales, and customer support where AI is enhancing humans, not replacing them. So for marketing and content creation, which I am deep into, we all know that content has been called king, but creating high quality, consistent content, it's a full-time job. And we've heard in our space, it's hard. That's one of the hardest pieces. Let's be real. It's probably not just one human's job. It's like an entire team's job in many organizations. And I've worked with a brand where we worked with them and they struggled to keep up on the demand. Their content team was stretched thin, spending hours brainstorming and researching and drafting blog posts. And they brought in AI, but not to replace the writers, to assist them, not to replace the process, to assist it. They used AI to generate 50% more blog ideas, not blog articles, blog ideas, pulling insights from trending topics, customer data, and then their human team stepped in to refine, fact check, and add personality. The results, more content, same quality, if not a little bit higher, and a less stressed out team. By the way, a less stressed out team, that's the win. I want you to think about that. What could your team do with 50% more ideas? What could you do with 50% more ideas without adding extra hours to your day or to your week? Sales and lead generation. If you've ever run a sales team, you know time is everything. The faster you can qualify leads, the faster you can close deals. But most sales teams spend too much time chasing bad leads. We've all been there, done that. If AI is analyzing past sales data, customer interactions, and behavioral patterns to rank leads by likelihood to convert, the results, lead qualification 3 times faster. We should have that in place. But here's the key. AI doesn't close the deals. The sales team is still building the relationships and handling the objections to get people across to the finish line. If you're in sales, ask yourself, how much time am I losing on leads that we're never going to close in the first place? And what could you do with the time if AI helped filter out the noise and nonsense? Again, some life advice. How could you use it in general to filter out the noise and nonsense and keep you focused? Customer support AI chatbots. This is where AI has some of the biggest potential. And I don't necessarily just mean from support. I also might even mean from an educational standpoint. But sometimes this is where companies messed it up. You've been there. You go to a website with a chatbot, and all you want is a simple answer, but instead it loops you into an endless robotic conversation that doesn't actually help. That's bad AI. What you want is you want it to assist you to bring the human in, to have the right information, to have the conversation faster, to add the human touch. All right, so here's the thing. With that one, it's like 80% of routine queries, right? Routine questions can be handled automatically, but the human reps, they suddenly have more time for the VIP customers or for the more difficult, might be a different way to put that, answers or questions that they're getting. And customer satisfaction can be higher because of faster responses and human touch. That's the sweet spot. That's where we want to get. Use AI to handle the busy work so that your team can focus on real work. You should be hearing patterns, by the way, as I'm telling you this. It doesn't matter what department. It doesn't matter what human. These things hold true. So it's your turn. I want you to think. Like, we just ran through 3 success stories, but every business is different. What I want you to think about for your business, for you as a human, your team, your daily grind, what's one area of your business where you could use AI to save time. It could be automating reports. It could be creating content. It could be scheduling follow-ups. It could be managing your inbox. I don't know for you what it is. But if AI isn't some distant futuristic thing, if you're wrapping your mind around how it can be a force multiplier, it could already be helping your business, because it is helping businesses just like yours. Work smarter, not harder. And hopefully today, you've already started thinking about how to apply it to your business as we've been going through this. So, because if you roll out the AI the wrong way, you're going to face resistance, fear, and pushback. And I don't care how powerful your AI tools are. If your team isn't on board, you're not going to see the results you want. See, people don't fear AI because of the technology itself. They fear it because they don't understand where they fit in the new equation. And that's your job as an AI leader, to make AI feel like an opportunity and not a threat to them. An opportunity and not a threat to them. That's the thing I want to give you as we get ready to head back into the main stage, an opportunity. Now, speaking of that, if you want more about this one, you can go over to the YouTube channel. We just launched a whole webinar session that I did with another company, Human Powered AI Assisted Mastering AI for Marketing. You can also head over to sidekickstrategy.com/inbound 2024. This is literally my inbound 2024 talk and some AI toolkits if you want. And I talked about even teaching. This is our latest thing. The way that we're enabling AI in our leadership is we've created a closed AI system where you can text or you can call and talk to our George B. Thomas HubSpot Human Helper clone. And yes, we have an internal version of this where people can just ask the clone questions. And if it gets the answer, they don't have to bother the real George. But if it doesn't, then they can just come to me. The door's always open. But this is how we can advance the things that we can do when we're an AI leader. All right. So if there's any questions, throw them in the Roll.Founder Slack channel. I'll answer them with any time we have, which is 14 seconds. So I won't be answering anything. I'll see you back on the main stage, everybody. Hopefully you love this.